milk only goes in the nose and the mouth.
The water does nothing. The water does absolutely nothing.
Welcome to Spicy Talks. I'm your host, Spencer Gordman. Today, our very special guest, your very own principal, Mr. Schrader. Mr. Schrader, welcome. Thank you for being here, and I'm sorry ahead of time.
We'll see how angry I am.
Yeah. So, how are you with spice?
I will eat buffalo.
Okay, we're gonna get a little bit hotter than that.
Oh yeah, it'll be all right.
All right. So, for those of you unfamiliar to this type of show, essentially what's gonna happen is we're going to eat 5 progressively hotter chicken wings. Just kind of have a conversation, have some questions ready. We're just gonna see where this thing takes us. All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right. So start closer to the curtain. This is just your standard Sweet Baby Ray's.
Got it. Is there a procedure or we just eat?
Let's go to town. All right, so you're new to Elkhorn High, right? This is your first year. A lot of students don't really know too much about you. So just some basic stuff like where are you born? Where'd you go to college? Kind of that stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I grew up in Wakefield, Nebraska, which is kind of 2 hours north of here. If anybody knows Wayne State, it's about 10 miles from Wakefield, about 10 miles from Wayne. After UNL, majored in social science. And after that, I taught at, actually, this was my 10th year in Elkhorn. I taught at Elkhorn South, and then I was the dean at Elkhorn South.
What did you do as dean of like a high? Because that's usually like a college thing, right, or like a private school thing.
It's the same job that Dr. Christensen would have had last year. So.
And then I just have some quick questions. So, what's your favorite movie?
Forrest Gump.
Nice. Okay. How about TV show?
I would say all-time favorite is probably Breaking Bad.
Really? Why?
I suppose that makes me look bad as I work in a school. It's character development.
Relate to the main character a lot? Right?
Well, no. Not if anybody's asking, no.
Do you have any pets? I know you have a cat, right?
We got a cat. How do you know that?
Good hunch.
Yeah, good hunch. Yeah. We got a cat. He's sucks. Probably 12-ish, something like that.
Wow.
And then we got a dog over the pandemic, which all that we cared about was that it didn't shed and that it was pretty cheap. And now he's going to be, I think, an indoor dog that's going to be about 120 pounds. And so that was that was not well thought out.
A little different than the cat.
A little different than the cat.
Right, for wing number 2. So
What's this one?
Chili garlic sriracha.
Okay.
It's not really a wing sauce, but it looked really good.
That means it's not a wing sauce.
So, how do you eat a flat? Take out the small wing and clean them.
You've legit done homework on this, huh?
This is a food show. Food's kind of a universal language. I want to get your food takes on stuff. What's like a guilty pleasure food? Something that is kind of a controversial thing, but you just love it. My
dad, since I was little, would eat toast with jelly and a slice of American cheese on it.
Oh.
It's good. Like, give it a chance. It sounds terrible.
Jelly and
it's kind of like salty sweet a little bit, but
okay,
it is. You talk controversial. I've recruited nobody onto this team. I guess it'd be the way I'd summarize that.
How about like a gas station hot dog?
Every time.
Okay.
Every time. I steer clear of like. I've gotten food poisoning from like a Burger King breakfast sandwich, so I'm not wild on like anything gas station egg or
fish.
Oh, see, I talked to a kid here the other day. Was eating sushi from him. He said it was IV. It did not look like it was IV.
He's risking it.
That seems like a tremendous way to end up ill. But gas station hot dogs they're absolutely good, and they're always good. You can't undercook them. You can't get ill.
Right.
Gas station pizza, Casey's, yeah, but they just usually are stale.
How about a snack that needs to get taken away from you?
Just all of it. My kids are the right age for Halloween, and their bags should be taken from me. I heard the what do they call it? The dad tax.
But
we need to throw that stuff out on November 2nd because I got a 4-year-old who is not keeping up with his end, and I'm ending up doing the lifting.
Yeah, it's at this point we're getting close to December. It's time to pick up.
Yeah, I don't feel good about it. If you're wondering, yeah, I'm not proud of it, but I could not pick one. So.
How about I heard you're pretty partial to Pizza Ranch. Sell Pizza Ranch to me.
Where are you finding me?
Good guesses. You just seem like the guy.
I did a grad school program that through Wayne State, and Mr. Long, who taught with me at Elkhorn South, we were, it was in West Point, and if you want to eat at a restaurant in West Point, it is the Mexican restaurant connected to the gas station, or it's Pizza Ranch, and so.
Okay.
It kind of became a standing joke. I mean, it's good. I have no idea when I'll go to a buffet again. I hope that happens sometime here in the coming months. But Pizza Ranch, I feel like, isn't celebrated enough, and maybe that's not the right opinion. But
People need to get to Pizza Ranch, need to discover what they have in store.
that dessert pizza is worth going. I would argue worth going. You could probably convince me that their pizza, that chicken's a. Oh, there's my food take. Fried chicken is fine, but
better than
I'm not going to a
Valentino's.
restaurant for fried chicken.
Better than Valentino's, though.
Pizza Ranch? Yes.
All right, so third wing. This one is habanero honey mustard. Really interesting taste. Made of habaneros though, so it won't be super tame. Obviously with COVID, can't travel that much and stuff. But I have 2 travel questions. So first, where's your go-to travel destination? You're going anywhere.
My mom's from Maine. I think I mentioned that. So we go. There is my grandmother's family used to have money and then lost all of the money.
Okay.
Great Depression, literally.
Right, yeah.
But the only thing that they essentially didn't go bankrupt on is there's a cabin in it's Ocean
nice.
Point, Maine, and so it's right off. It's here's the ocean. You walk 10 feet. But what's awesome about it is because my grandma's family no longer has money, and so they've renovated nothing. So it's like $1 million mansion here, $1 million mansion here, and a shack that I'm pretty sure if it ever gets washed away, we're not allowed to rebuild because it's too close to the ocean now. And so we would go out there most summers when I was little just to see my grandparents, my aunts and uncles.
So we're gonna go to this fourth wing. This is Melinda's ghost pepper wing sauce. This one is going to kick it up.
It's not even really a flavor, it's just a burn.
At that point, they just go for the heat factor.
Am I gonna? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to taste anything for the rest of the day after this one. And this is the not burning one. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that hits. We have a segment called What's Going On Here. We have a few pictures we want to show you. We're just going to ask you, hey, explain a little bit more in this picture. I don't even have a question for this, just how cute.
adorable.
Yeah. Well, how old were you? You must have been, what, 3, 4?
Something. Yeah. My mom has an incredible sense of fashion. As you acid wash jeans will come back. Everything makes a laugh.
With the green suspenders?
Yep. They're probably in the drawer somewhere. So.
This one's not that embarrassing either.
I've been made fun of this one so many times. So this one's hanging up. This one's hanging up at South as we take the team photo, and I don't know. Talk about learn how to read a room and actually look at a camera when you're taking a state championship photo. I would contend that I am so student focused that I couldn't bear to watch the camera, but I think it's just because I didn't hear them say 1, 2, 3. But
Fair enough.
That has been.
Just one that's hung over you for years.
It seems small, but then every year during state track, when I get a picture of my head turned and not looking the right direction of everyone, like it is incredible when you truly look at all these pictures hanging here. Nobody's looking away from the camera because they can all hear when 3 is counted too. And it seems like a small one, but
You weren't a math teacher, though.
I can't shake that picture.
This is the last wing. This is before we do anything, so it's called the last stab. That's because with this sauce, you can put a little extra on top if you want to. I'm doing what you're doing. All right, I recommend shaking it a little bit.
Is this one more like I should have gloves to take it off?
Nah, you're fine. Just don't put it near any bread. Just a little bit. Ready?
Hey.
All right.
Oh, you're like, whoa. You like smell it more than you taste it.
Oh my god.
Have you had this? Have you had this kind?
About a flake of it. Never go full wing. That hurts to breathe.
And it just keeps going. You know what I mean? I keep thinking it's gonna stop.
Wow. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Oh. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's unpleasant. Do people pick to eat this, or?
Waylon, can you get the ice cream? So, what'd you teach at South?
Social studies, so mostly geography, AP US, AP American Government.
Okay. Teaching's obviously pretty challenging without the pandemic. Oh my god.
Dude,
Do you have any?
The milk does nothing. The milk makes it worse.
It's temporary. Oh, this looks great. Do you have any crazy teaching stories for us? I've wanted specific.
Okay.
Involving a laser pointer.
Laser. Oh, yeah. That was student teaching, actually.
Oh, okay.
He,
Give us the full thing. I'm right here. Where were you? What were you teaching? Feel free to talk so I don't have to. Oh, it's temporary. It doesn't help. It feels good for 4 seconds.
how are you feeling? Is it still spiking for you?
It's still there.
Student teaching, and I should not touch my face.
No, watch the eyes. Just the eyes.
There's a kid who, unbeknownst to me, he was shining a laser pointer. I don't think it was at me. It was just kind of around the room. And so when we do this, it was a practicum. And there were two of us. There were two college students, and then there was our cooperating teacher. And the other guy, he notices it, and I'm apparently just so, I don't know, deaf to it or just so in the zone.
You're into
that I'm
triangle
just
trade.
going. Yeah, we're talking about spices right now, and I am right in the middle of it. And so the other practicum student goes and says, "All right, hand me the laser pointer," and I'm out of it until I hear him kind of like loudly say, "No." I'd never taught before. I did not have. Nobody tells you what to do the first time a kid starts screaming. It looks ignorant and maybe like it didn't make a lot of sense. I think, here we go. I'm gonna pull this room back.
Teach through it.
And none of them are gonna notice that this kid is on the verge of going
Standing
absolutely ballistic.
You wanted the applause.
And so he's getting increasingly combative with his teacher standing. He's giving the hand me the laser pointer. He's getting more combative with me. He's yelling. He's getting louder and louder.
And you're still standing
And
there
I am
teaching the
rising
Columbian
with them,
Exchange.
talking increasingly about like compasses and important boat technology that allowed us to do this. And so it hits like a breaking point where we're both yelling, mine curricular and his not curricular, and he finally stands up. That's when he starts swearing, and to this day I don't understand. Like, I don't know what the insult means. I don't. He points. The guy who's trying to get the laser pointer says, "And you're a Girl Scout." And he points at me and says, "And you're a Girl Scout." And he wheels around to our cooperating teacher and says, "And you're a Girl Scout." And then takes his table, takes his desk, and throws it. And then goes in the hallway and finds a chair. And there's like a clear like window in the hall, and he just starts banging it up against the window until they have security. Some of the LPS high schools have security guards in the hallways. They came and just took him, and he was back the next day. We were on to the next one. So crisis management. I don't know what you'd call that. I had some work to do. So
That's crazy though.
yeah. Well, assume I won't taste for a while after they're done. It feels like it hits in stages. Like,
It
like
keeps climbing.
I felt like I taste it, and then
And then the milk doesn't wash it. It's just temporary, like putting a Band-Aid over a broken arm.
Yeah.
I mean,
so great experience.